some fire. Yo, brother, what's up? Your boy, the immortal Biggie Shack, and this is my tribute to the comic Jabroni, dude. Me and comic Jabroni are two peas of a pod, man. And, I didn't want to get through this year without giving my support to my guy. I want to thank him for everything he's ever done for me in my life and for everybody else. He supported the comic wrestling heavy when it first started. There's not many of us, and Comic Jabroni was one of the stars of the pack. He was so smart. The guy was super intelligent. His channel was top tier in my mind. He put so much work into it, so much love, and he gave me the utmost respect every time he saw me in the chat. He would do the Biggie Shack flex for me, which I love, and he would always shout me out, and I felt like there was genuine love between us because when I saw him and he saw me in the chats, we always supported each other real strong. The guy was a whiz with long boxes. He could pull keys out like a magician. He knew his books. I support that. Uh, you know, I remember. I'll tell you a couple stories. I could talk about them for a long time, but I'm gonna keep it short and sweet because the haters out there. I don't want to make this video a bad thing, and people make bad things out of everything with me these days. So I'd always give him shit about his belt. I remember I'd be like, Jabroni, where's your fucking belt? Uh, I want to see your strap. And I shouldn't say I gave him shit, but he'd give me shit because he'd be like, oh, you got them plastic belts. I got the real deal Intercontinental. And he pulled out that IC strap. I believe it was yellow. I haven't watched in a while, but I think the first time I seen it was from me like asking him to fucking pull it out, and he didn't pull it out a lot. From what I remember, like he pulled it out every now and then, but not that much. And he had a fucking cool belt, man, and it was nice. And always had that Toys R Us fucking. It looked like the new belt, but it wasn't. You know what I mean? So he got me there, dude. And I'd watch him in his workouts on Instagram because you get to catch him live, and he'd be working out and he'd do the Biggie Shack and I don't know, man. The guy, when we talked on Instagram, it was usually about stuff that we're having troubles with, and that was just, for instance, I think the biggest conversation we had was about another YouTuber giving him shit. And it wasn't like giving him shit and being a dickhead person or nothing, but it was just like, it was kind of boneheadish what happened. And we had a long conversation about that. And he actually took the video he deleted and sent it to me so I could watch it. And I thought that was cool because I missed it the first time, but I heard about it. So um, that was probably my favorite. One of my favorite memories with him was that, like I got to relate with him with on the way the comic community was and how weird some shit is, and I was up a little bit last night, like kind of tossing and turning, and I have issues with fitting in with people and shit, and um, I watched the Justa Rican and Jabroni tribute, and it got me thinking about my own situations and stuff, right? And I just uh, I've had a lot of fucking different opinions about the community, and one day I'll wake up and I'll be like, you know what, I'll just shut all this shit down and not do it again. And other days I wake up and I'm like, oh, this is the greatest place ever, but you gotta take everything with a grain of salt, and you gotta just try to pluck through and try to treat everybody good. is what I would say the message Jabroni would give to y'all would be like, just try to be nice to people, man, and you don't want to leave a situation with a bad taste in your mouth. So, I go out of my way. That's the thing I've always had problems with is like abandonment issues and fucking always feeling like I can't be completely honest with friends or family. Feel like I have to hold back a little bit because if I say the wrong thing, they might disappear one day. So, anyways, that's just me, man. And Jabroni, man, I love you. I miss you dearly. Um, you always have my back. You always listen when I hit you up on Gram. And you was an early YouTube comic book wrestler guy, and there's not many of us, and it hurts a lot. It hurts me in my heart to know that one of us is gone out of everybody, because I could use a comic jabroni right now, and he had a big heart, and he was a good guy, straight up, like. And another thing I do want to point out, besides that video I was telling you shared with me before I go, sweater's delicious. The video when he was live and he was getting ready to be deployed back into service and he was going back to work, which was going back to the army, was super sad. I remember being there and being in the chat and trying to cheer him up and trying to like say the right thing. And I don't know if anybody else noticed in the chat like I did, but he did not want to go back, bro. He did not want to go back. He enjoyed being home with his family. He enjoyed his YouTube channel and he enjoyed his comics. Like straight up, bro. And he to prove it, like he took a piece of that with him. He took like 6 or 7 books with him, and he said that he was going to put them up and do. He probably didn't have time for videos or work. That kind of stuff down there is hard, and he knew it. And if you watch his deployment video, I at least could see and tell that like something wasn't right. Like it was just like, why is he so sad? What is going on? But what I took from it was he uh he just didn't want to go, man. He didn't want to go down there and do the shit that he knew he had to do. So I don't know, man. It's heartbreaking, and you know, I think about depression and being sad and stuff with Jabroni and him just fucking always wanting to cheer people up. Um, he was a creator. He didn't. He when he talked about auctions, he just thought that they were not entertaining and not creative. You're selling your book and it's boring and shit like that. And I could see what he means. And he just appreciated people that showed their personalities, or tried to get their friends to get a laugh or something. And when I say he was smart and bro, the chicken butt and the fucking hot doo doo water shit, bro, those are enshrined in comic slang till the end of time. And in my opinion, he's not the comic jabroni. He's the immortal comic jabroni, because those words will live forever and they will always be attached to him, just like him being a comic book wrestler will always be attached to him. And that means the world to me. And because I'm just like the guy. I feel like I don't work out and all that stuff, but I got words that will always be attached to me, and I'll always be attached to this comic book wrestling. So I love you, Jabroni. I just had to do that. I just wanted to say my piece, and it's been too long since we said our piece. We should probably remember him more. And saying this, I want to also shout out Peanut Butter 504, I believe, 5524. He also passed recently, and he might not be as big of a member of the community as Jabroni, but he meant a lot to me and a lot of people I know, and he would show up in chats and show respect to us. So, RIP to both of them. And maybe one day, Comic Jabroni, I could come up there and we could be in heaven and we could be on our choppers going down Santa Monica, dude. You know what I'm saying? Getting them big boy books, them bangers, brother. You know, I might drop a leg on Sergeant uh, on Rowdy Piper, and you could come off the top and drop your elbow, brother. But until then, everybody just try to be nice to each other, man. I know this we think this highly of this community and all this shit, and we think we're the best and everything, but I see cracks and flaws. I see a little bit of popularity contest, a little circle jerking, a little fucking. That's what I see, but maybe it's just me. Everybody else is happy. Maybe it's just me, but I think that still, just don't be nasty to people, man. I'm not that guy to just fucking dismiss people and be a dick. Don't. We're not in high school no more, And you know, uh, Jabroni didn't treat people like that, so I don't think any of us should. And I'll catch y'all later. Peace, love, and pussy. Love you, Jabroni. I know you're up there flying through the sky with that big elbow, dude, just ready to get that 1, 2, 3, man.